Welcome to master slave configuration demo. So in this demo, we'll see how to configure slave machine and how to send builds from masters to slave machines. So for that, let's go in manage Jenkins and we can create slave machines from manage nodes and clouds. But before we do that, let's set up the system so that it can accept agent machines. So under global security, click on in agent section, click on random. So right now it's disabled for TCP IP port for inbound agents. So let's click on random so that it can accept from any slave machines. And now let's go to manage cloud section, manage nodes and cloud section. And here click on new node and let's name it slave one. Okay. Now in here, the name is name, executor count. I'm putting it, let's put 2 so that it can execute 2 builds at a time. Description, let's save it as same. Remote root directory. This is the directory where you want your Jenkins files to be, Jenkins job files to be present. So we'll add that in a while. Label, this is important because based on label, we will actually configure this in jobs based on labels to run the builds from master to slave machines. I mean, labeling it slave one. Usage as much as possible. Launch method. So there are a number of launch methods available, and based on your OS type, you can select those. So I'm going to add a Windows machine. So based on that, I'm going to select this one, launch agent, by connecting it to master. But if you have SSH credential for Linux machine, then you can use this. And if you want to control this Windows as a Windows agent service, then you can use this. I'm going to use this one, launch agent, by connecting it to master because it actually allows you to connect via JNLP method as we discussed in the slides. Okay, so now we have to provide the work path directory similar to remote work directory. So for that, let's create a directory on our slave machine. So in here, I will create a directory and we'll name it slave1. Copy the path. And now I'll put that path in remote root directory as well as in custom work path directory. Once that is done, your setup is almost ready. You can use availability as keys-based agent online as much as possible. Now I will save this. So the slave machine is added, but it's not yet online. So for that, we have to do the setup. We have to install the agent jar and then run this command, JNLP command, so that it can connect, the master can connect with slave. So for that, I will download this agent jar. Right now, I'll copy this command and will execute this command from my command lines. So jar file is now downloaded. I'll open the folder where jar file is downloaded. Now it's present under download section. I'll run my command lines as an admin. Now here I need to paste the command which I copied from our Jenkins. And now here I will need to replace certain things. First thing I need to replace is basically the agent jar file path. So I'll copy the file path from where we have actually downloaded agent. So this is our agent file path. So this would be this. And I need to change this IP. This is a public IP. So rather than this, I will be using private IP. So for that, let's open CMD and run the IP config command. So our private IP is 192.168.0.105. So 192.168.0.105. Let's verify this IP is correct or not. Yeah, so the IP is 192.168.0.105. And that's it. Let's run this command. Okay, oh, actually the file path is wrong. Let's copy the correct file path. It's actually can be taken from the users, c/user/chandan/downloads, and this is the correct path. Copy this, open command prompt again, and replace this path with the recently agent or far which we found out. So let's replace this and enter. Host http host null. Oh wait, we actually made one mistake here. Rather than double slash, we added one slash. Okay, so it's trying to connect the machine now, locating the machine on these two IPs. Should take not more than 10 seconds to connect. Okay, agent discovery is successful and connected. So now if we see this and click on this launch, we actually see that our machine is connected, right? So that's how you can connect machines. And now if you see the Jenkins homepage, you would find there are two machine master as well as slave one, right? Now, how can we distribute build from master to slaves? For that, we need to configure certain things. So first of all, go to job and configure. And in here, you have to click on this restrict project where this project can be run. And here you have to provide the label of that slave which we selected. I have already selected that, but you can just type something and then it will suggest you. So let's select this and save it. Now, if we run the build, it will actually not run from master, it will run to slave. Let's try that. So we ran the build and you can see that it did not picked up by master, it picked up by slave machine. Right, so build is running. Let's see the logs of the build. Behavior would be same, there would be no difference, be it a master machine or slave machine. So it is scanning projects, it's running the project, it's running test now. The test was successful, build is successful, and it's finished. So that's how you can distribute your builds from master to slave machine, and that's how you can configure the master slave configuration under Jenkins. Thanks for taking this demo. See you in the next demo.